Hi, welcome back. Hey, everybody, I'm Dan Haggerty. Let's talk. Don't be shy. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what you're thinking. What should the news be covering here in your community? Email me at dan@WRAL.com, right there at the bottom of your screen. Now, I have a quick update for you tonight on something that we have talked about in one of these segments before. See, this week, Wake County finally pitched a plan to decide how they remove certain books from its public libraries. This issue hit the mainstream. You remember, well, this book came out and someone complained about it. It's called Genderqueer. It was on the shelves in the libraries in Wake County. This parent complained, the book was reviewed, the county decided that the book does contain explicit illustrations that do not align with their selection policy, so they pulled the book. Then, people who support the LGBTQ community and advocates of free speech and other people spoke out against the ban, and the book was then reinstated. And everybody was like, wait, what just happened? And the library was like, yeah, that was very confusing, wasn't it? So a committee of county librarians put together this new guideline for the next time something like this happens, and they presented those for the first time on Monday. So here they are, abridged. First, someone complains. Then they fill out a complaint form. Then that form goes to a manager. Next, the person gets a letter that says a manager has read their complaint. Meantime, this book stays in circulation. Then a committee of librarians, some with expertise on the topic, will read the book. Yes, they read the entire book, cover to cover. Now, if you're like me, you just thought, wouldn't it be funny to complain about L. Ron Hubbard's 4,000-page novel, Mission Earth, just so they'd have to suffer through the whole thing? And the answer is no. That would not be funny. That would be childish. Why would you even say that, Dan? Now, after they read the book, they vote. Should the book stay? Should the book go? Or should the book be reclassified? Then the person who filed the complaint in the first place will eventually get the decision, and the ruling cannot be challenged for at least 5 years. The whole process, if it's given the final approval, is supposed to take no longer than 60 days. So there you have it. You don't look that interested. I know, it's not like this big, juicy story, is it? Oh, well, we could talk about this guy. I mean, you know, this guy, the media loves talking about this guy. This is our Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, a divisive figure who is not a fan of the book Genderqueer at all. You see, on the day that this new guidance for our public libraries came out, protesters went to his house. They chanted and held signs and accused Robinson of trying to ban LGBTQ books because, well, frankly, he's bigoted against that community. We asked him for a comment on the book banning stuff specifically, and he told us this. We have never advocated for the banning of books. If you want to purchase and view a book at your local bookstore or public library, you should have the right to do so. Confusing, isn't it? You see, this is a classic example of how issues can get conflated in today's news cycle, especially when people like Robinson enter the chat. His issue with the book Genderqueer has always been specific to school libraries, not the public library, which is a different conversation, isn't it? And one I think we should have about the book, about the schools, and about Robinson. Now, this part of the story is a little bit more complicated to navigate, so give me a day or two. In the meantime, I want to hear your thoughts. Send me an email, dan@WRAL.com.